Now, Medicare and individual open enrollment season is over, but did you know that there are still circumstances where you might be eligible for coverage?
Colleen Gimbel with Berwick Insurance Group is here to make sure we know our rights and options. Colleen, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thanks. Glad to be back.
Well, it's our pleasure, and of course we just mentioned that open enrollment is over. So does that mean that we are just completely out of luck, or are there still ways that we can enroll?
There are still some ways, and there are some restrictions, and some of the ways that people can get on insurance now is if they move. If you change counties in particular, changing zip codes can make a difference. Obviously, if you move to another state, absolutely. There's a whole nother group of people, though, that are eligible for Medicare that we didn't really talk about during open enrollment because they can enroll almost year-round, and those are people who are on Medicare and Medicaid, and the people who have low-income subsidy. So they have to be on Medicare to be eligible, but there are people under the age of 65 on Medicare because they have a disability and they're collecting their Social Security. So if they're on Medicare, there are additional programs in Arizona for them to get additional coverage. I think that we have something like 140,000 people in Tucson, not in Tucson, in Arizona that are what they call dual eligible, so Medicare and Medicaid. So, and then people who aren't on Medicaid but have a low enough income, those people also can get some extra help too. So we find we do a lot of that kind of thing during this time for the Medicare side. And then the group, or the individual side, excuse me, under 65, if you didn't switch, you're kind of stuck with your plan unless you could be eligible for a special election if something, a qualifying event such as you lose your COBRA or your group plan ends or something like that, then you have a qualifying event that can help you get the insurance that you need so you're covered. So it's a little restrictive, but we're still a lot of people who are signing up during this time. And I can't forget the people who are turning 65 also. That happens all year round.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people turning 65. I think we have something like close to 1,000 a month in Pima County that turn 65 in our area. So.
And that's why we come to you guys, because there are certain circumstances in our life that we don't even know what that means or how that affects us. And so we come to you guys for that because you guys are the ones to figure all that. But what other services does Berwick also do for us that we can come to you for as well?
Great. So we're a full service brokerage firm, which basically means we can do auto and home, any commercial, recreational vehicles, motorcycles. That's our whole P&C side, property and casualty side. And then we have group insurance, which we haven't talked very much about. So employers who need health care or employers' plans come up for renewal every year, all different times, depending on each employer. So if an employer hasn't had anybody look at their plan in a while, or they've been using the same agency for a long, long time, they may want to have a fresh set of eyes take a look at it, because that's where it's getting unbelievably expensive. The restrictions and the rules and regs that have been put on from the Affordable Care Act for individual, but also on groups, it's making it super expensive for groups, to employers to offer insurance. And so we've got some creative strategies and things that our group department's amazing, and they'll sit down, and if they can't help the people, they'll let them know. But really, for the most part, we get pretty creative and help people save money for their employees, but then also the group saves money.
Well, tons of reasons to come to you for help, but also I want to ask, if people are already covered, they took advantage of that open enrollment, does that mean that they're done, or is there maybe still some things that you could help them with?
Well, it depends. I mean, that's a good question. I think that if somebody's worried about their insurance or they're having difficulty with their insurance throughout the year, they should have somebody, a professional, take a look at it, a licensed agent, and then always during open enrollment, when that time comes up for Medicare, it's at the end of the year, same with individual under 65, always have somebody take a look at it, because you just don't want to take a chance that there's a better plan out there, that you're missing something. So we recommend that, there's never a bad time to have somebody take a look at your insurance.
Oh, absolutely. And we know coming to you could very well end up in a situation where we're saving money, whether it's, like you said, the employers or us individually. That's our goal. But does it cost money to come to you to get that help? Not
at all. So we are not, our services are free to our clients. So we get compensated by the carriers that we represent to help our clients. So yeah, it's a free service, so why not? And we're a broker, which means we work with all the major carriers, so it doesn't matter to us if you sign up for one versus another. Whereas if you go direct and try to do all this research on your own, which a lot of people like to do, but in the end, it's not a bad idea to just have a professional insurance agent take a look at it, and that's why we're here. And you know, we're born and bred Arizonans here, so we're really happy to be helping and getting to know our community a little bit better.
That's amazing. It's a free service.
Yes.
It can be very overwhelming signing up for all of this. There's lots of questions to be asked. And this is something you can do by yourself, but it's so much more difficult. So why not go to the professionals who know what they're doing?
Exactly. And you know, that's why we're here. I mean, that is exactly what our job is. So it's trying to do it by yourself, although I work in insurance and I would never get my own insurance by myself. I'm going to go talk to someone because I might know a lot about Medicare, but I'm still going to sit down and talk to someone who can tell me the differences between the plans. Same with individual under 65, same with group, even the same with our property and casualty division. We represent over 50 companies with that side. You know, one isn't necessarily the same as another when you're talking about home or auto, or you know, you might need a construction loan. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you might need. So there's a full gamut of opportunity for us to assist you with insurance.
And like we said, why not? You want to have the professionals look, so I'm going to tell everybody how they can get a hold of you guys. I love it when you come on and you always let us know things that we need to know that we probably didn't know were available to us. So that's why we have you on. So whether you need individual, group, or Medicare, as we were saying, they know health insurance. So call them. They're at 745-2300 today to speak to a Berwick Insurance agent, or you can log on to weknowhealthinsurance.com.